anywhere so that my columns would truly be independent. Like, this is what I think. No one's trying to use me as a shill. No one's doing this but me. And so I ended up kind of accidentally starting my own business as a consultant. And, I kind of just had like a low month where I didn't have a lot of business coming in. And so I got on this platform and I found that it was very scary, but also very affirming to be able to talk for 9 minutes and 45 seconds off the dome and connect with so many people. And it made me, it kind of crystallized a conclusion that I had been coming to for a while, which was that I didn't necessarily belong in a research setting. Like, I didn't need to be at a school. I didn't need to be at a think tank. Like, economists do lots of things, and economists have lots of jobs, and they have lots of skills. And there's probably an economist that I know who would like rather die than have to be on a TikTok live. And I would really rather die than have to do like metrics. So like we all have our roles. And I just kind of, it has affirmed for me that my role is to be outward facing and to be this translator, and I don't know about y'all. I'll leave you with this question. I get like side eye from members of the profession all the time. I'm like, oh, so you don't research anymore? Got that one. Oh, you're popular on TikTok. My wife thinks I should start a podcast. I get that one all the time.
My wife thinks I should start a podcast.
Yeah, I get that a lot. And so it's like good. Like, I think I've like, I understand that members of our profession would not necessarily respect what I do. Being basically a full-time economics communicator. I mean, that's what my business is. That was the column is. That's what stuff like this is. But I'm like embracing it fully, knowing that there might be some that scorn me as no longer being a serious researcher, but I am still an economist. And
economics is not the most groundbreaking or like cutting edge profession. Like they're not very receptive to change.
No, and y'all, I have to drop. This was lovely. I think we should do this again, and I will advertise it. And I just didn't have childcare today, so I will advertise it, and we can come up with like a topic. I'll make a video and I'll solicit questions of like next time we do like the econ roundtable. Well, we have like 7 days?
Maybe 7 days.
We will do another one before 7 days, and we will do an econ roundtable on something.
I'm leaving the country, but so just give me the time, and I will make sure to block it off to make sure I can join.
It is so nice to see y'all kind of person. Cheers.
Yeah. I'm taking off as well.
Right.
This was great.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay, are you there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just reshuffling the algorithm.
Yeah.
I can stay on for another 15 or so minutes if we want to answer some more questions.
Are you guys on Blue Sky? Are all of you on Blue Sky?
Yes.
I am.
Yes.
I deleted my Twitter. As like sad as that was, I was like, I'm not doing I can't be on here anymore.
This is like, I'm like, since TikTok.
Difference I find, and especially as someone who creates like health economics content where there's a lot of like crazy intersections between like Make America Healthy Again and health economics. That content, it just gets so inflamed. Like I've been studying Adderall shortages because Adderall right now is in shortage in the United States. And it's very funny if you read the beef between the Drug Enforcement Agency and the Food and Drug Administration, because it's like, he wrote a paper basically looking at antidepressant advertising, and he found that antidepressant advertising actually increased labor productivity. Like he was able to use like a research a discontinuity design where he was looking at the borders of advertising DMAs and was able.
Advertising causes people to ask their doctor, causes people to get prescribed, means antidepressants are working. Doing the job.
Yes, they're doing exactly what they're meant to do. So it's like, but there are people right in the intersection of health and economics where you get a lot of these like Make America Healthy Again people who basically want to like. I think RFK suggested that he wants to send all people with Adderall or on benzodiazepines to an organic farm, and that's his solution for that. Oh. So Yeah, it's very messy on Instagram, like specifically making that content, because you just get a lot of inflammatory people who don't believe or don't think that modern medicine, or thinks it's all like a scam, and so that makes content over there very challenging in particular.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Do you
Yes.
answer your comments? Like, do you read and answer your comments?
Yeah, I do. And I block people also. Like I sometimes will just be like,
I hate blocking people.
I'm telling you, as someone, who like I've managed to like grow pretty rapidly, from like a nobody with no qualifications to like whatever I have. Don't read the comments anymore. Just make your content as best as you can. Leave a few inconsistencies for people to nitpick. I do it on purpose. I will say 3 incorrect things.
Oh my gosh, I can't do that.
Oh, I can't do that. Yeah.
Small little details, not like big things, not
you're
like
right.
FDR caused World War II, but just little things. And like that, for some reason, plants the seed for engagement. You don't, just
You're probably right. You're probably right.
when I say this as someone who gets like death threats on a weekly basis. I get, I was at one point I was reading like 1,000 comments a day. It just became too much. If you're someone who gets like emotionally invested, I do. I'm a sensitive person. I'm such a sap. So I just had to stop reading comments. And I was like, if someone really wants to tell me something, go to my Patreon. Go to my Patreon. Pay $1 a month, and you could say something to me. And that's been such a great filter.
okay, so I will say there is a question in the comments. Someone keeps asking, and because they keep asking, I'm gonna just answer it.
No, I'm glad you are. I've been wanting to do. This is I am alcoholic, bro. Oh, I'm alcoholic.
I'm alcoholic.
He's been
Is
following me for
economics
years.
a degree?
Long
is
time ago.
economics as a degree worth it?
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, all the research says this, in my opinion, right? Like, it's one of the few ones that have huge ROIs.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, yeah, consistently through every research that I find on a return of investments, econ is always in the top. I mean, there's other ones that beat it, but it just seems like it's consistently it pays off. I mean, but it's always
there's a diversity in the things that you are able to do with an economics degree that I feel like you don't get as much flexibility in other types of degrees. So you can go work in finance or in accounting or across like any Fortune 500 company. You can do what we do and like do research, which I will say, people were saying, oh, you should talk about, you should send to like your like Senator Markey or like Representative Rokama about like what this app means to you. I think for me, the biggest thing is a lot of people who have said like they want to get a degree in economics now, or they want to get a PhD in economics, which I don't advocate. Like, don't get a PhD just because you hear me blab on TikTok. but it's
a lot.
It's opening people's eyes to like research of economics that they've never seen before. And I think for me, that's probably been one of the most rewarding parts of being on here. But yeah, economics as a degree, I think it's like one of the best decisions I made, like coming into undergrad, of like what I wanted to study.
You don't have to believe us. If you go to College Scorecard, that's the name of the website, College Scorecard. This is actually put in by the Obama administration to help bring more accountability to universities. And what they do is it's really, really good data. They break down 4 or 5 years after graduation. They do surveys of the alum, and they see how much are you getting paid and what was your major. So this is why it's so neat. It's not only average major in the country, it is the major tied to the specific university you are at. And we find that econ majors get paid better than every other business major. Maybe finance sometimes, depending on the university. Here at Wazoo, we did it, and we're getting paid equivalent to like what the engineers are getting paid. Not the same ballpark. Some engineers degrees are lower, some engineering degrees are higher. But yeah, we were higher than finance here at Wazoo. And my favorite, now I have to plug WSU, our econ degrees were getting paid more 4 years after graduation than UW's. So take that.
Oh, wow. That is something you want to kind of splash around. Well, you're the land grant university, right?
Yeah, we're the land grant. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I say something as a
Fellow land
non-economist?
grant.
Yes, please do. What do you have? What's up?
I'm not an economist, but I did get a degree in economics, a bachelor's in economics, and I also double majored in with mathematics. And I noticed for me, it just gave me, it altered my perspective on how the world works. Like it really did broaden my horizons with everything, because you realize, like once you start paying attention, economics isn't everything. It's in medicine, but it's also in business. It's also in politics. It's in everything. It's in every facet of human life. And like my first job, even before I got my master's, was at some like big time bank in Japan. And so all I had was my degree in mathematics and economics. And yeah, I think it's a great idea to get a degree in economics. Like have that be a basis for something. Like if you start off with a degree in economics, you really and if you do well in it, then yeah, you really do have a leg up over those who don't.
Abdul, I was wondering if you could, because the commenter said they're having a tough time post graduation finding a job. You've done a lot of work, I know, with your students at Northern Kentucky on their kind of senior or the year after career prep. I wonder if you could. I know on the macro side, we're not hiring. The economy is just not hiring at rates that it used to. So, but maybe you could speak to why it's so tough for a new grad to land a job.
Well, I mean, context matters. We're in Cincinnati, so we're a suburb of Cincinnati. So you have a lot of market research firms here. So analyst positions are huge in the area, and our econ students end up usually in financial analyst, economic development type of nonprofit organizations, or market research analysts. They do really well. It's really the skill sets and the tools, like was just mentioned, that allow our students to enter, but mid-career, they're growing at a faster rate than the quote-unquote specialized business majors, because we're in the College of Business here at Northern Kentucky University. And, finance majors might start off similar salaries. Accounting, right now there's an accountant shortage, so they might be attracted with higher bonuses, but the trajectory of growth for econ students tends to be steeper, and that's the data that Chris was talking about. And I think it's because of the toolkits that we provide to how to analyze, how do you incentivize, how do you manage, how do you get to your outcome, your desired outcome. As far as networking or success to transition to the labor market, my biggest advice is network. I know it gets a negative connotation. There's a negative connotation around networking, but it does not have to be negative. It's relationship building. And I would throw out the people here on this call. One thing about being a professor or a communicator is community matters. And the success of our community is directly tied to our utility. So if there's any door that I can open up for anybody, please reach out. On my LinkedIn, and please follow me on LinkedIn, I'm always sharing job opportunities. Sometimes I'll include them also in my newsletter. If you are still in college and have a couple of years, I highly recommend that you look at the Econ Games. It's a program that Darshak Patel at the University of Kentucky and myself have developed to solve that exact problem. What we found is employers are having great job descriptions that fit an econ student, but they never put econ as a degree. And our students have all these skill sets that fit, but they don't know what is possible with the econ degree. So noticing that there's a friction in the market, we're really playing broker over here. And the way we do it is through a hackathon type of program. This year is April 3rd and 4th, and we have 20 universities participating. And they meet with we call them a data sponsor, a real company that has a real problem, and they give the students the data. And the students get to show off their skills. It builds their confidence, but also it shows the employer side what our econ students are capable of. So there are other programs out there that are similar to it. Some of them are more research oriented. Ours is more business community, business analytics type. But long story short here, if you need any help opening doors, reach out to me. You could contact me directly through any social media platform. I'll be glad to assist opening some doors.
Great. All right, I'm gonna.
I gotta go. I just want to say goodbye. This was wonderful. I just got to go take care of the kids. It was really nice to meet you. And well, environment economist. I've actually not met any of you. I've just spoken to you now for the first time. It was great to see you. Great to meet you. And bye, Chris. Great to see you too. Hopefully, we could have a live before it's all over. Take care.
Me too.
Yeah. We'll try and do it again. Like I said, Ked's made up. I'm escaping the inauguration to go to Mexico City, so I'm leaving the country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but I will try and hop on another live if we can coordinate it. Then
I would love to do that.
Yeah. So, all right. I'll see you all later. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Bye, followers. Bye, everybody. Right.
That was great.
That was a success. Lots of people. Good attendance.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Well, thank you for posting it and figuring it out and switching. Did you switch? Can I ask before you go? Did you switch like the photos around? Was that on you on your side?
That was me. Yeah, I had to do that manually each time.
Good job. You killed it.
I thought I was a good host. I tried to make sure everyone got a chance to speak.
No, you did great. No, that was awesome. Better than I could have ever done. So thank you.
Well, yeah. Good luck this week, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of hopeful that TikTok will stick around after Trump gets in, because he said he would. But I mean, he's just so unreliable. But I still give it over 50% odds that TikTok will still be around. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers too as well. Yeah. Does your class start next week or this week?
We started on the 6th. It was pretty
wow.
crazy. Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Ours doesn't start till tomorrow, at least my first class, or today.
Yeah, my last final is like on May 1st. We're getting out super early, and I'm like, I would rather have 2 more weeks of winter and just a slightly shorter summer, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's too bad. Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck.
Okay.
Okay.
See you around.
See you. Bye.